being part of an event like this. Celebrating the Muslim Heritage Month doesn't necessarily mean that we need to remember the achievement of the Muslim scientists and Muslims' contributions to science and civilization, and how much we have catched up as Muslims from the previous civilizations, and we advanced it and we forwarded it, and we were part or one of the reasons for the advancement of civilization in Europe. This is all something part of the human development process. We are contributing as other civilizations have contributed. We're part of the human growth and prosperity and growing on this planet that is called Earth, that we're supposed to be sharing all together. But I think it's about understanding that what we contribute to the society in which we're living in. Now, I don't think anyone disagrees with me on how much we have contributed to enriching the lifestyle of the city we're living in. Now you can go to restaurants and see that the menu have changed completely. Now you have shawarma, you have biryani, you have different variety of foods that have enriched our life, and we need to be proud of that. That we're also contributing to the taste of living for people in the societies where we're living in. We're also adding, moral values for what we believe in, and we bring that up in the society, in the communities where we're living. Name it, we across the GTA, Muslims have been able to come, and because of the lack of the financial means and economic situations, they lived in low socioeconomic status neighborhoods, and they have completely changed these neighborhoods to become a clean, beautiful neighborhoods that families are able to thrive and children able to go to schools and be able to learn and to be able to have a decent life. This is part of what we need to be proud of as Muslims, as part of the Canadian mosaic and in the beautiful country we're living in. And that's what we need others to be acknowledging. Yes, indeed. We need to them to lower their guards and not to listen to the phobic messages that sometimes are portrayed or promoted in different media outlets, and listen genuinely to who we are, what we promote, and what values we believe in. We're not phobic, we're not bigots, as we have been lately being promoted. We're peaceful individuals and families who care about the community in which we're living in, the society in which we belong to, and to the country we have chosen to be home for us. And that's what we'd like to capitalize on as we promote ourselves as being part of the mosaic of the Canadian fabric. Though we have a lot to share in different areas, it's a fact, and I don't have statistics to report to, but Muslims have contributed a lot, despite again of the being newcomers to the country, despite of the struggle we have to make our financial means. Go to hospitals and see the contributions of Muslims with their minimum and little abilities. We do our best to contribute to fight poverty and homelessness, and we do our best to combat issues that are making the mental health well-being of people not so good. We are doing whatever it takes so that we can make the society in which we are living in a better society. I was coming from Queen's Park, by the way, and I was ecstatic and excited to see how the members of the Common House, of the Legislative House, were talking about and acknowledging the presence of the Muslim community. And I said, this is exactly the Canada I would love to belong to, and this is exactly what we need to see with other communities as well. I was given my Friday sermon 2 days ago. And to my surprise, at the end of the sermon, a gentleman came to me and he said, I wanted to thank you so much. And I said, you're welcome, my brother. What for? He said, you were talking about my own people. And I said, of course, this is my responsibility. Defending the rights of those who are undermined is my responsibility. And he said, I love this place. I want to come every Friday to this place. I said, you're welcome. The doors are always open for you to see what we offer. And recognizing on the Heritage Month, we as Muslims also acknowledging and recognizing the struggles of the indigenous people. If anyone is to understand what the indigenous people have gone through, it is us who would understand what they have gone through. We have come from similar background where our lands were taken, where we're colonized and our resources were taken away from us. So we truly sympathize with the indigenous community, and we're standing by them, and we're going to continue to stand by them until they get their full rights. And as I was coming to attend this event, I needed to stop by my mosque. And as I was making my way outside, one of the brothers pointed to me a bullet on the window of the mosque that is shown in the street. And thanks to the help of the chief and the city, we were able to get some funding to protect and provide security to our mosque. It's really alarming to know that there's not only one bullet in one side, but there are 4 other bullets that were shot at the mosque in the month of August. That speaks for what we need to do and to work on. There's a lot that as a society we need to work on to combat phobia, to combat all the forms of racism and discrimination that minorities are still struggling with. And that would not be possible and happening unless and until we work together and feel each other's pains and strive and struggle for one common goal, to provide salam, peace to the society in which we're living in. Thank you so much for being here today. And I want to conclude by giving a special thank to my dear friend, my mentor to a certain extent, Andrea Horwath. If it's not to her, we would not be here celebrating. 2006 or 7 was the federal acknowledgement for the Muslim heritage. And thanks to Ms. Horwath, who have made it a day also or a month in Ontario. Thank you so much.
Can we have a big hand for Imam Amin? Let's pick up on the word contributions. Our next speaker